I see this mistake all the time with new clothing brand owners. They dive into creating their dream design and then take it to a screen printer and then bam, they hit with unexpected costs or find out the design isn't even possible to print. It's frustrating, disappointing, and often ends up costing way more than it should. The good news, most of these headaches come from not understanding how screen printing pricing works. And once you do, you can save money and create amazing products that fit your budget. Stick around. I'm going to use my 20+ years of experience to help you avoid common mistakes and navigate the world of screen printing and get the most out of your merch. Screen printing can feel tricky. Maybe you've asked yourself, why does it cost so much? What can I do to lower my prices? Here's the secret. It's all about how your designs is structured. Every choice, like the number of colors or the print locations, impacts your costs. But don't worry, today I'll help you navigate these choices like a pro. At its core, screen printing pricing comes down to 4 major factors. 1, the blank garments you're printing on. 2, how many shirts you're printing with that design. 3, the number of colors in that design. And 4, how many print locations your design has. So, let's start with the basics. Screen printing is an amazing way to create custom designs, but it's not as simple as slapping an image onto a t-shirt. There's a lot of steps involved, and that's where the cost comes into play. Each design needs a custom set of screens, kind of a stencil created for it, specifically for that design. If your design has multiple colors, each color requires its own screen because screen printing layers colors one at a time. More colors means more screens, and more screens means higher costs. But it's not just about the ink. It's the setup time and labor involved in creating those screens. That's why keeping your color count in check can be a game changer for your budget. Now, let's talk about print locations. Each design location is printed separately, even if it's on the same shirt. Why does this matter? Because every new location requires its own setup, which means its own set of screens, extra ink, and more importantly, extra time, which means the cost goes up. Think of it this way. Let's say you have a print on the front, back, and the sleeve. That single shirt will be printed 3 separate times. It will take the same amount of time to print this one shirt with 3 locations as it would be to print 3 separate t-shirt designs. The only difference is you only pay for the cost of the shirt once. So, ask yourself this question. Does every print location truly add value to your product? For example, instead of adding a sleeve print, which increases your cost, consider something that might provide more impact, like printed neck tags. Neck tags can give your brand that polished, professional touch that resonates with your customers, often way more than a sleeve design would. Remember, sometimes less is more. Streamlining your design not only saves money, can also enhance the overall value and appeal of your product. Now, let's go back to the color count, because this is where you can make or break your budget. Every color in your design requires its own screens and a separate layer during printing. If your design has 5 colors, that's 5 screens, 5 setups, and 5 layers of inks, not even including the underbase, which we're not even going to touch on in this video. But I get it. You don't want to limit your designs by reducing colors. But here's a few tips to save you money without sacrificing quality. 1. Work with a designer who understands screen printing. I can't stress this enough. They know how to create designs that work with fewer colors while still looking amazing. You always want your designs created for the appropriate outcome. 2. Combine colors when possible. Do you have 2 shades of red? Try using just 1. 3. Use halftones. This technique turns your design into a sequence of one-color dots. These dots can be used to mimic texture and shades without adding additional color. 4. Simplify multiple location designs. If you're printing on multiple locations of a shirt, consider reducing the number of colors to balance your costs or free up more of your budget to use for more impactful applications like finishings. This reminds me of a customer I was working with recently. Their designs were beautiful, but designed with a digital mindset. Digital designs do not have limitations on the number of colors they can use. They came to me because they wanted to save money on printing as their brand was taking off and printing larger quantities of shirts. They were currently having everything done with direct-to-film, also called DTF. But once I actually looked at their designs, I realized that even though they were printing hundreds of shirts and the cost should be cheaper than DTF, they were actually going to cost more due to the number of ink colors. These designs were just not created for screen printing or to be seen outside of a digital screen. To print their designs using screen printing, it would require 12 separate screens for something called a process print on both the front and the back of each shirt. Process printing is a technique that blends colors together using a combination of halftones and layering to create a photorealistic design and a smooth color transition. It's perfect for detailed artwork, but it's very labor intensive and requires a large number of screens for a multi-color design. If we had to even just reduce the colors by half, we could have simplified the process and saved them a significant amount of money. I worked with the customer and educated them on what they can do differently when they design the next round of shirts. But the takeaway, smart design choices made from the beginning can make all of the difference. The last two big factors in screen printing costs are what blank garments you're going to use and your order size. The blank garment that you print on can vary in price based on the fabric, quality, and even the name brand. A budget-friendly blank shirt can start a little over $2, while a premium option can cost closer to $10 before printing even starts. If your design has a lot of colors or print locations, consider going with a more affordable blank. But if the garment is the star, simplify your design instead. At Threadbird, our experienced sales reps are here to help guide you through all the options. They'll work with you to find the perfect garment that meets your needs and align with your vision. Whether your focus is on cost, quality, or style, you don't have to sacrifice your goals to make a smart decision. Then, the more units you print, the cheaper it gets per garment. The cost is all in the setup. It takes the same amount of time to prep and set up for 50 shirt order as it does for a 1,000 shirt order. The printing itself is quick. Typically, an automatic screen printing machine can print anywhere from 400 to 600 shirts in an hour, but more time is actually spent in prepping and setting up the job. Now, let's wrap this up with some key takeaways and common mistakes I want you to avoid. 1. Work with a graphic designer who understands screen printing and talk to them about the number of locations and colors from the beginning. This is the most important phase and can save you the most amount of money. And 2, remember, less can often mean more. Make sure your money is spent on what will make you the most impact for your customers and give you the best value. 3, be smart and strategic on how many colors you're using in your designs. And 4, use blanks that fit your design and budget. And most importantly, work with an experienced company like Threadbird. Our knowledgeable account reps and art department are here to guide you through every step and help you save money when creating amazing custom products. Screen printing doesn't have to break the bank, but understanding how pricing works and designing smart can get you the high quality custom shirts that fit your budget. Ready to get started? Click on the link in the description for a free consultation and visit threadbird.com to learn more. If this video helped you, give it a thumbs up and subscribe and stick around for more tips on creating custom merch that works for your brand. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.